Let's get this thing going. Beloved poets, welcome to Chaos Magic. As usual, I'll give a few ground rules. As typical, we have 3 to 5 minute sets per poet, but we ask when to require that you bring one original and one cover piece. You could do two original pieces, you could do two cover pieces. We will love whatever magic you decide to bring. Of course, no racism, no sexism, no bullshit. Keep it all about the love. Love is the law. Love under will. And with that said, let's start some good trouble. I posted the list in the meeting chat, and that will be updated as we go along, as people come in and people leave. On deck, we have Bill Elkins, but kicking things off, we got Richard Spizak. Unmute
Thank
and
you so
take it
much.
away when you are ready.
Thank you so much, my friends. I'm going to read for my cover a poem by the wonderful poet Leslie Constable. It's in a new book, House Without Walls. Here it is, Leslie Constable's House Without Walls, a poem called Edge. It comes to this, the end of something, and if you're lucky, the beginning of another. This wide ocean of it all, the possibilities or nothing. You pause if you have any sense, and you either lock yourself in a room, pull the covers over your head, and in the tent made there, a now cloistered space, which allows just enough room to breathe, you sob or walk, and why? Because we do not know how it will go. We sob for our innocence, realizing it is there, the fluttering, frightened bird, unsettled by the too much that finds its way to us and takes nest in our messy existence, believing the boundaries we hold, the knowledge we hope is there, shelter when needed. We are soft when we might be soft or not. It's just that we know the wind will blow and scatter our protected self to the wind, or at the juncture of realization unthawing, to re-enter our existence and fully, freely being in body and take the form again. We walk the well-trodden path, or, wild as we are, the other path that leads us there to the sea, and at the edge we look. The Edge by Leslie Constable. Now one of mine. This is a piece called Religion, Plain or Peanut, and I will offer this little bit of explanation. I've heard so much, as we all have recently, of religion being used as a cudgel, as a weapon, as a dividing tool. And I honestly don't think that was the intention. So this is called Religion, Plain or Peanut. And one other thing I'll mention, for me, peanuts are a taboo. I'm deadly allergic to them. They'll kill me if I eat them. So religion, plain or peanut. How some religionists have come to this, insisting on their style of worship with a fist, enforcing virtue with a sword, seems to belie the sacred word that God is love, is often said, but enforced and tortured, beaten in on someone's head. Maybe somehow you can tease it out and follow this most curious, colorific thread. We've some talk of God's free will, yet some would enforce, coerce, indoctrinate at the point of a shaking snake. Seems they'd rely on God's good power in a month or a year that it might flower. Others adhere to a belief that you should pray some other way, or else, my dear, you're in for grief. They believe their cause is just, and therefore, just like them, you must offer prayer, as they, or vastly nasty harm shall come to you, as they interpret scripture some other way that just won't do. They, it seems, have a zealous God who has made his own way quite special. If you want the nod, he's got a rod. Confines designs, it seems, that you should fold your hands just so, or off to Hades you must go, and any other prayer, it seems, unsettles them and mars their dreams. God's enforcers they would be, and if you disagree, you may find yourself nailed to a tree. They did this once, or so I'm told, tie 10 million statues, molded, gilded, golden, sold. You may find these little statuettes often round their necks, no regrets. Oh, what the heck? They commemorated, so it seems, the awful, lawful outcome of his plans and schemes to buy the freedom of your soul. I don't know if this torture is necessary. If I'm not so sure, let's go ask Larry. But is repeated and painful refrain quite necessary? Is under control and yet transcends our friends. Oh, quite droll. I'm not sure it's just the way with all the shrieks and screams this fellow rolls. They'd like to enshrine this God's finest hour, like when he succumbed to judicial and prejudicial Roman state power. But it's okay, he's later throned above, 'cause after the laughter and the refrain of the painful disaster, it is, after all, just love. Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody, please unmute and give it up for Richard at this time. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Richard!
That was a good
Yeah!
one. Always bringing that fire, man. It is beautiful work as always, and I love the cover you chose too, man. Just absolutely beautiful work, man. We love you.
Always delightful to be hearing from you. And that said, the show is off to a good start. Before we continue, I just want to confirm whoever is Google Pixel 7, first of all, welcome to Chaos Magic. I just want to take this time if you would be interested in performing in tonight's open mic. And you could confirm through meeting chat or later on, but
That might be my friend Devin. I was trying to get in. I remember there was somebody. I was trying to get Devin in, and I had him download Zoom and gave him the number. He has a few lines of a poem. I don't know if he's ready to perform it yet, but we'll see.
Okay.
If anything,
that
add him
said,
tentatively to the list. Yeah.
with that said, on deck, we got Thomas Open Minds, but step into the plate. Please give it up for Bill Elkins. Unmute and take it away when you're ready, man.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Good to be back. I'm going to do a cover. I'm going to do a Dylan song for a cover, then I'll do an original, and that'll be my contribution for tonight. Hope you enjoy it. The song I like to do for Mr. Zimmerman is Mr. Tambourine Man. Hope you like it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I come following you. Though I know the evening's empire has returned into sand, vanished from my hand, left me blindly here to stand, but still not sleeping. My weariness amazes me, I'm branded on my feet. I have no one to meet, and the ancient empty streets too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. My senses have been stripped. My hands can't feel to grip. My toes to numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere. I'm ready for to fade unto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Though you might hear laughing, spinning, singing madly across the sun, it's not aimed at anyone. It's just escaping on the run. But for the sky there are no fences facing. And if you hear vague traces of skipping reels of rhyme to your tambourine in time, it's just a ragged clown behind. I wouldn't pay it any mind. It's just a shadow you're seeing that he's chasing. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Then take me disappearing through the smoke rings of my mind, down the foggy ruins of time, far past the frozen leaves, the haunted, frightened trees, out to the windy beach, far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Yes, the dance beneath the diamond sky with one hand waving free, silhouetted by the sea, circled by the circus sands, with all memory and fate driven deep beneath the waves. Let us forget about today until tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Okay, that's Mr. Tambourine Man. And then the one I'm going to do is an original, is called, where is it here? My Diamond on Black Velvet. Hope you like it. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. I kissed you quickly, afraid of your body, in terminal sedation. Rest my traveling animal like a diamond on black velvet, silent as air and still as stone. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. You know I would. No longer greeting, 4 feet heavenward. Time to lick the wounds of mortal agony. Find meaning to your loss, like a diamond on black velvet. my beast with cause, my beast with purpose. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. If I could, I would. Under the guise of snow, the gray clouds pass like a brooding poet. Impossible to weep, no longer life behold. Your journey is accomplished. You are silent as air and still as stone. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. Glance the others wistfully sigh, and are confused and restless. Your absence leaves a void, which they struggle to overcome. You are their diamond on black velvet, 'cause they love and miss you so. They are silent as air and still as stone. If I could weep, I would. If I could weep, I would. Oh, yes, I am. I am an angst, waiting for the rain, waiting for the white rain to fall like diamonds onto black velvet. Yeah, to fall like diamonds onto black velvet. My fear is fancy Blanche. You're my precious diamond, my diamond on black velvet. Yeah, you're my precious diamond, my diamond on black velvet. You're my precious diamond, my diamond on black velvet. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Bill. Everybody at this time, give it up for Bill Elkins. Yes, brother.
Bill.
Yes, go
Hey.
I
Bill.
needed you in my life tonight. Thank you, brother. That was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Diamond on black velvet. Mm.
Yep.
Right on. We're gonna keep digging this voyage that we've gone on here. On deck, we got Cliche, but step up to the plate now. Please give it up for Thomas Open Minds. Unmute, take it away when you are ready.
Oh, Lord. First off, I want to thank y'all all for being here on a Monday night. Chaos Magic. I have a cover and somewhat of a cover. It's a collab that I did with the Megas. So I'm gonna start with this cover from Sophia Falco. She couldn't make it. She's at the beach right now, and I think she may have wrote this at the beach because it has something to do with the ocean, and I love the ocean.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is called this is called Fractured Blue by the poet Sophia Falco. Waves, not goodbye in my mind this time. Blue stretching for eternity until the horizon supposedly stops it. Yet I know the ocean still exists further out, which sometimes mirrors my burdensome blue moods. She declared, "We will get you through and out of it." I could watch the ocean for countless hours that's locked in my third eye. I'm ever changing, trying to grow like the coral against the odds. Math and statistics say perhaps I shouldn't be here on this planet now, whereas I am a survivor and a fighter of demons whom are dressed in dark blue dresses, mockingly dancing, swirling and twirling, sweat flying. They are not welcome in my body and need to be released. My body is fragile like my bones, but not my spirit that rides these waves of life, jiving at happy times with the sea otters who hold starfish in their paws. And I'm working towards being a star of my own, life, thus to reclaim my agency back. And I believe that was a free write as Sophia was at the beach. So give it up for Sophia for that beautiful cover she allowed me to read. And then I have this other piece. I'm sure some of y'all heard this before, but kind of to promote this workshop we're doing, I figured I would do a collab that I did with the Megas. I'm not gonna try to attempt to read it the way he did because I'm just not that good. So it's my interpretation of the collab that I did with Megas, and it starts off with his piece here. This is Telekinesis Thesis, a collab between the Megas, Gustav Salas, and Thomas Oppenmeyers. Interstellar travel is within our grasp, though the distances are immense as space is vast. Time and space itself are constructs of the mind. It is within that final frontier we will find. Like spooky action at a distance implies, on quantum entanglement, our thought flies. Intent is key, turning conception into reality. I push with my mind, not my mentality. Knowing is the path that breaks belief. The matter is factually in need of relief, releasing its potential energy. Will and intent, the perfect synergy. Time and space will bend to our will, travel in the blink of an eye, a new human skill to transport us to dimensions yet as known. Galactic consciousness, my mind is blown. The multiverse beckons an endless delight, poetic compositions of words made of light. Don't think, just believe. Like pushing pixels on a screen, every atom entwined with those in my mind. My hand moves with no thought, the mug slides to a new spot. As above, so below, feel the power of my flow to transform the logos, the ethos into paradoxical pathos, to transcend the singularity, see the whole with crystal clarity. Dare I say, if I may, the truth is, you think you're awake, but it's all an illusion. No confusion, simply focus. There's no hocus pocus. Know this, feel it, make it real. Matter will move if you break the seal. From DNA to spiral galaxies, we're spun out of this world. We have won. We're about to get blistastic, tripping the light fantastic, Big journeys through time and space, encounter the Godhead face to face in the mirror every day. Fractal visions that time cannot decay. Thank God, man. That was a collab between me and Megan.
Everybody at this time, please give it up for Thomas Open Minds. Damn right, brother.
I just want to reiterate again too. I'll post that link again too. Y'all need to check this out. We got this wonderful thing going on with Whisper Poet, Emily Cortez, and my wife doing a. Oh, I have the wrong link out. Dre, if you got that link, if you could post in the chat. This Sunday we're doing a tarot inspired workshop where we'll do tarot readings and workshop. You know what we come back with, but it's all just for the love of Megas, really, when it comes down to it. So. Yeah, we hope we see y'all there.
Right on. Just give me one moment. I'm going to post that link in the chat. And also, Thomas, could you just do me a quick favor and double check the lobby settings, just so that we're able to accommodate a friend of Whisper Poets trying to get in. They don't have a Zoom account and they're trying to get in, and there's like a setting that needs to be tinkered with that I'm not familiar with. So they could just do that real quick. Just recheck on that. That'd be awesome. And then get in touch with Whisper after you're done with that. Anyway, enough with the tech stuff. Time to go on with the rest of the show. With that said, on deck we got Teresa Gallion, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for a cliche. Take it away when you are ready.
How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Okay, so I'm doing a cover from a friend of mine's book called Pain in Progress by Power the Great. The poem is called Risk It All. As many times as the curtains of display may rise and fall, I come out stage ready, adapted and better inclined every time, taking chance after chance for a glance at true love. I'm here time and time again, finding myself in the same position, regardless of how a prior situation turned out. The ending remained the same. Heartbroken, am I insane? They say insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Yet I keep trying. Each time I take my stance, it's organic. Chin up, chest out, standing tall. I still brace myself for impact, prepared for the fall. Heart been put back together so many times it be abstract. Elastic, love be. Dramatic, though I truly just be. Hopeless romantic, searching for what's purpose filling. Standing here, I'm open and willing, bearing my soul, ego killing, enthralled, ready to risk it all again. Nothing is better than to hear the sound of you sleeping, while the heavy rain begins to trickle and hit the earth. Your presence in my presence makes life a wonderful reason to live. Am I crazy? Am I naive? Am I selfish for wanting to only be around you? Maybe I am insane. Maybe this is problematic. Because I'd rather be bound by love than to be trapped in lust. Have resistance in a residence in a place of security, rather than being blindsided by temporary feelings. For you, though, I'd risk it all. I'm not here to take away your pain. I'm asking you to give it to me. You don't have to bear this cross alone. I chose you over my fears and insecurities. I chose us to stand and grow together. You don't have to be alone. We can be alone together. I'm ready to give you the world. You deserve so much better than what you sustain. From your toxic lovers, give me permission to show you a beautiful alternative. A love that's genuine and nothing to question. Give me the authorization to love you for better or worse, without you having to second guess. Let me be your knight in shining armor. rather than being a slave to hate for you. I'll risk it all. You're well worth the risk. Your love is the prize reward. I don't mind, even when I feel like I'm about to fall. Close your eyes rather than your heart. For you, I will risk it all again. I'd crash and burn just so that you can be whole again. Beloved, let me risk it all for you. I love you more than anything. That's the end of that poem. And my original poem is called Independent Queen. This poem is dedicated to all the beautiful independent queens the world over. When God made you, He created you with major superpowers. Powers like the ability to carry a baby in you for 9 long months, and after painful hours of struggle, giving birth to a beautiful diamond. You have the power of strength so you can carry your man on your back when the weight of life is weighing him down. You have the intellectual power to squeeze in all forms of knowledge, like a sponge to keep your children educated. Your heart has the nurturing power to love unconditional even when the world constantly throws mud at you. You have the power of survival like a warrior when Satan throws constant obstacles your way. So to all you beautiful independent queens of the world, always remember you are beautiful, strong, intelligent, a warrior and a queen, and God loves you. Home.
Everybody at this time, please give it up for Cliche.
Woo!
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, Cliche, for sharing your bit here. We're gonna
Welcome.
keep this. We're gonna keep this train rolling. With that said, on deck we got Baba and Goma, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Teresa Gallion. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Okay. I'm going to read 2 original pieces from my book, Come Egypt. The first poem is Ancient Sightings. A songbird serenades my senses in the temple of Philae. I want to fill the hollow space in my heart with the embrace of Isis. How can I be here and there between my high desert home and the desert of Egypt? Shape-shifting like a hungry ghost, I can trace hieroglyphics and petroglyphs running back and forth between divergent planes. My breath releases a soul riding on the fingertips of clouds above the Valley of the Kings and the Petroglyph National Monument. The thunder of color rides the ship of the desert, and I smile back at those fellows strutting in the sand. My high-top boots strut near my home. Night approaches like a lost lover, and I am wired from Turkish coffee, screaming through my naked veins. I must silence the thunder. Ancient cicadas, American cicadas, and ancient Egyptian scarabs sing loud in the summer heat of the valleys. I want to trap this experience like a clawing honeysuckle and savor the exposure. The next piece is called Descendant Ones. I am water, and you are fire sucking me up. Someday I will dry up, or you will burn out. Either way, we win in the balance of nature. The only way to rise again is from the ashes or dried sand, cleaned to begin anew, an unspoken vow to live as kings and queens. Was that your intention, descendant ones? To hell and afterlife as ornate as ancient Egypt? I sing to silence a Thanksgiving prayer. Life goes on even after I leave, and earth renews itself. I pay homage to all the trinkets you left in your tombs, clearly, beloved ones. Which one was for me? I do not know. I am happy to walk this piece of earth again, knowing I do not need to take anything with me when I cross the rainbow bridge. Light of love will open its door, and that is enough to sustain me. I will come back and try again to learn to love and be of service. I walk these tombs today in remembrance. I hear a melodious cry of an ancient Egyptian phoenix serenading my inner solitude. I hear a dialect only my heart understands. It is singing the stories of many lifetimes of a glorious civilization inscribed in time. Confused, yet pulled by energy of the space called Egypt, the power of its purpose continues unfolding as archaeologists still dig daily. One obsessed generation after another attempts to decipher the power of a live and long regal civilization. Every new dig tempts souls to return, to see, to hear the noise of ancient ones rise from the sand. Thank you.
Oh man, how delightful. Everybody, please give it up at this time for Teresa Gallion.
Yeah.
I love that.
Say peace.
Oh, it's been a little while since we've seen you in these parts, but it's always a pleasure seeing you. Please don't be a stranger. I hope all is well with you.
It is. Thank you so much.
Right on. Thank you. Oh, all right. With that said, we're gonna keep this shindig rolling. On deck, we got Mavi Hendricks, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it for Baba and Goma. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
What's up, y'all? It's good to see everybody. Uh, Um, I'm gonna do like two pieces. One is kind of short. It goes like this: Demockery teeter-totters on the precipice of our discontent, put through the microscope of integrity, coming up deficient of honesty, as the college elects to misrepresent those crying out for proof that the so-called Constitution is constitutional, not just archaic babble left over from centuries past, guarded by laughing gargoyles on the steps of justice. Apathy is the aching tooth of Dracula, fangs dripping Middle Eastern oil, as Fat Sam needs a colonic. 500 years of lies backed up in his constitution. Constituents tired of being pregnant with hope seek out abortions, feeling voting has no purpose in this hypocrisy, where the two-headed coin has two bad sides, and anywhere it falls, oppression rules. Martial law hiding in the shadows, waiting for the eagle to fall. Conspiracy theories ignored while those who disorder the new world wait for its deliverance to the gates of hell. So this next one is called New Millennium Dream. It's in my book. I just put there how you can get it and whatnot. The book is called I Didn't Come Here to Tap Dance, yeah? I snort wheatgrass juice for breakfast, It opens my third eye to the Most High, telling me not to use my stomach as a cemetery for dead animals. Party with 40s of carrot juice, ginger, and beets helps my tantric love last. I smoke blunts of poetry, shifts my paradigm, helps me rhyme on time. In time, where there is time, I question it, but then I question everything. It's this telepathy, perhaps you've heard of me. I communicate with trees. They tell me gossip. Their roots run deep to the center of the universe. I open chakras too. I use my didgeridoo for cultural healing when I play for you. These similes and metaphors open the doors to your mind that was shut. That's why we're in such a rut. But I channel knowledge from the kingdom of King Tut. I was a citizen of Atlantis in a past life. That's why I swim through this illusion that you think of as life, this one of pain and strife, where you'll be in prison for eternity until your mind breaks free and you can really see things can change when you question authority, like the elimination of reincarnation in 325 AD. I have no use for a compass. I read the earth's blueprint. Don't believe in owning land or paying landlord's rent. I always give praise to the seven directions. I know that the soul is an act of perfection. We're all made in the image of God, but God has no body, so I study the travel of the soul. It never grows old, at least not the way that you think of as old, for soul is eternal, never ending. The kingdom of heaven is within. There are spirits seen and unseen, spirits known and unknown, singing life is full of riddles that only the dead can answer. If you listen, you can hear them in the echoes of the wind, chanting siren sounds from the time that time began. There goes that word again. I believe in all things as opposed to those who believe in nothing. I am the center of the crossroads that all souls travel through. A traverse point in the cosmos protected. I live in all worlds, exist in all things. Place your palms to mine, retrieve your memory. There's a TV screen in the third eye, viewing the Akashic records from the Most High. Trace your roots and return to the light at Tapu. Poem.
Damn right. Everybody give it up for Baba and Goma at this time.
Great way to come into the room. Great way to come into the room and catch Baba and Goma doing what he does best. That's a great way to come into a room.
Sup, CP?
Welcome, CP. Would you like to be on the open mic tonight?
Sign me up. I'm trying to promote our feature this week. So yeah.
Sign me up.
Right on. Let's do it. In case no one, just in case anyone here didn't get the memo, this Friday in this very Zoom room, 7 p.m., we're going to be having another edition of Open Minds Open Mic, but we're going to have CP Mays providing one hell of a feature. We're talking about at least a half hour of concrete hardness. It's going to be dope. And I'm looking forward to it. Yep, this Friday, 7 p.m., we're going to be having an open mic, and somewhere in the middle, we'll be having that feature. Probably shooting that feature around like 8 o'clock. So with that said, we're going to keep this trucking along, see who's on deck. Lost my spot here. On deck, we got Black Silver 47, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Mayvi Hendricks. Unmute and take it away. You are ready.
Hold on. God, I'm not sure. It's gonna be loud or not. Hey, bro, you got your original audio on? It's sounding kind of rough.
No, I don't.
There you go. Fix that. Much better.
Oh, hey, Joe, where you gone that gun in your hand? Oh, hey, Joe, where you gone that gun in your hand? I'm gonna shoot my old lady. You know, I caught her messing around with another man. I'm going down and shoot my old lady. You know, I caught her messing around with another man. That ain't too cool. Oh, hey, Joe, I heard you shot your woman down. Oh, hey, Joe, I heard you shot your old lady down. Shot her down on the ground. Yes, I did, I shot her. You know, I caught her messing around town. Yes, I did, I shot her. You know, I caught that old lady messing around town. And I gave her the gun, I shot her. Joe, where you gonna run to now? Where you gonna go? Oh, hey, Joe, I said, where you gonna run to now? Well, they're going way down south. Way down to Mexico's way. I'm going way down south. Way down where I can be free. There ain't no one gonna find me. Ain't no hangman brother gonna put no rope around me. Better believe it, I gotta go down.
Wow.
I love that
Every-
laugh, bro. Yo, that laugh got me through my teenage years. That little laugh, he just. Yeah,
Everybody give it up
Yes.
for Mavi Hendricks.
That was not rehearsed.
yeah, man. Jimmy would be proud, man.
I don't
Yeah,
know
that
about
was hot, bro.
I don't know about
That was hot, brother. Yes,
He got
indeed.
some
Loved
talent
it.
on strings, huh? What do you think, Baba?
Yeah, it's
He
great.
got a little fire on them strings.
Yes, indeed.
Those were
Yeah,
some
buddy.
tasty licks.
Sure.
Yeah.
One more real quick. Listen, just an
Uh
instrument.
oh. Look out.
All right,
Got one more.
Well, cool.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for Mavi Hendricks at this time. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I grew up with that cat, man. Like
Fire.
that's what it was around. Coming in December, the Muse IC, featuring Mavi and myself to do music and bring music and poetry together. And if you guys enjoyed that, we hope you enjoy the show coming in December.
Right on. Stay tuned for that. For all updates and fun news from Open Minds, please follow us on Instagram at Open Minds Open Mic. And with that said, we're gonna keep this shindig rolling. On deck, we got Parkillian, but stepping up to the plate now, please give it up for Black Silver 47. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
5 by 5.
Okay, I see thumbs up, so I'm gonna go ahead and spit. This piece is called, I just got one piece. This piece is called Just Another Poet. All right, here we go. Just another poet. Will what I say here even make a difference? Will these punchlines even leave a mark? Can I really be the light in the dark? Just another Alice in a world of madness. Could I really be the one to lead the masses? Could I really be the one to take the shot? Could I really be the one to hit the sweet spot? Just another Black man. Could I really be the one to make a difference? Just another woman. Could she really be the one to steal my heart? Just another magnificent piece of art, but will it get lost in the dark? And I'm just another poet. And yeah, I said it and I mean it. Listen up and listen well. What I say just might sell. And that's my piece. That's what I got for tonight. Thanks for listening.
Yo, thank you,
Yeah,
my man. Everybody give it up for Black Silver 47 at this time.
Hey, you are that man, bro.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for continuously making an effort to come by and present your art, man. Much appreciated. And I just want to take this quick time to let everybody know if you got any Instagram handles, any social media that you want to promote here. The meeting chat is there for utilization. Use it as a tool, network, get together, build this community up, and that is one way of doing it. With that said, we're gonna keep this shindig rolling. On deck, we got Whisper Poet. Let's step into the plate now. Please give it up for Parkillian. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Thank you so much, Joy, and everybody. Wonderful music and poetry here tonight. So I was inspired by Bill thinking, what is my favorite Bob Dylan tune? First one I thought of was All Along the Watchtower, which Jimi Hendrix famously covered, but I realized I'd already read the lyrics to the song before that one on his album called House Burning Down, and then Mavar did Hey Joe. So I'm like, really, there's this other Dylan tune I like that's more under the radar. It came out, he wrote it in '63, but didn't release it for 20 years. I know it better from a cappella version by one of my favorite bands called Steel Eye Span. That wasn't released on their album they meant to release it on either, but the Byrds did a cover apparently at one point. But this is called Lay Down Your Weary Tune. A little unusual for him. Lay down your weary tune, lay down. Lay down the song you strum, and rest yourself beneath the strength of strings no voice can hope to hum. Struck by the sounds before the sun, I knew the night had gone. The morning breeze like a bugle blew against the drums of dawn. Lay down your weary tune, lay down the song you strum, and rest yourself beneath the strength of strings no voice can hope to hum. The ocean wild like an organ played, the seaweed rove its strands. The crashing waves like cymbals clashed against the rocks and sands. The last of leaves fell from the trees and clung to a new love's breast. The branches bare like a banjo played to the winds that listened best. Lay down your weary tune, lay down the song you strum, and rest yourself neath the strength of strings. No voice can hope to hum. And then for one of my poems here, this is one recently about my mother that I've been thinking about lately. Getting texts all night about her moving my mother into a new room, which this poem is a little bit about. This is called Superstition. When I walk down the sidewalk, I often notice the cracks and make an effort to avoid them. I wonder if I should be trying harder, as my mother has been falling more often these days. Her head has dropped, but she holds it up well enough for me to see the bruise on her face as my sister tries to frame it on her iPhone screen. She doesn't show me the one on her hip. Her voice seems happy as she tells me she's had a good day with my sister. They don't happen as often as they'd like. But she's refused to go with her to check out a room in another wing of a retirement home, where they'll be able to watch over her better than here, as she forgets what she's doing from 1 minute to the next, and loses her balance trying to hang up her clothes. Should I be looking down more often? And as I mentioned, the good news, she's actually gotten moved into the new room and seems to like it okay, despite protesting violently before that. And so thank you very much. And I'll put a link in for my new designs. I got a new design coming out this week. If you want to check it out, should be up on my website pretty soon. Thank you again.
Thank you, everybody. At this time, please give it for Perkillian.
Thank you, Perkillian. That was gorgeous.
Always a pleasure to have you on board here.
Thank you.
All right. That said, we're going to keep moving forward with the show. It's been a hell of a show so far. I just want to take this quick moment to thank everybody who has taken the time to not only tune in, but all the poets who have taken time to share a little bit of themselves here. Seriously, kudos to all of you, because this would not be possible without every one of you. That said, we're going to keep this moving forward. On deck, we got Dr. Sandra Govan, but moving up, step into the plate now. Please give it up for Whisper Poet. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Hey, y'all. It is awesome to be in the space tonight. And Dr. G is going to go after me. She is a dear friend of Teresa Gallion, who I got to meet when Teresa came back in April for the Charlotte Poetry Fest. And we've been fiddling around with the technology, and we finally decided that Dr. G is going to read to you through my phone. So we're testing him out on what's possible tonight. But first, I'm going to go, and I'm just going to warn y'all, I'm in scary bitch mode. So do with that what you will. All right, this is Future X Trauma. The stars in your eyes anchored the grip of my thighs around your throat. How dare you breathe anything other than me? My kiss from sweet, passionate lips turned your eyes to Stygian pain. Did you know I was your future X trauma? Did you feel my shockwave in your lizard brain, my C4 burning the fuse of your medulla oblongata? You absorbed me into your DNA. I was an offerings bowl laced with me as your MDMA. The bruises on your soul show under your eyes. and the bruises on mine are in cadence of your name from lungs as I cried when you left. I destroyed you, sweet liar, but it was I who got trapped when you pushed your dope, left me a junkie on the side of the road of my life. The shoulder made of baby soft skin, soft asphalt in the sun. I rolled down my own hill. You weren't Jack, and I don't know if I'm going to get up again. You cut yourself free of the love knot of me, my heart chakra energy too big for our codependency, and my lungs do not oxygenate with pain. Humans can't survive in an environment anaerobic. Turning blue, lungs pancaked flat, you denied me grace. How deftly you amputate hope from the glow of my skin, left my heart a phantom limb, cruel MD. You cut me with no anesthetic and left me without prosthetic. And while I'm not trying for this to be prophetic, I can't overcome the fatalism of my fevered dreams. My whole life collapsed when I loved you and lost. Skyscraper, 30-story building without quake reinforcement. But remember, darling, I'm your twin flame. And I may have broken, but I drove you insane. Beneath my smoking rubble, sparks flash from exposed wires. Did you know when you met me, you would die by my hand? Would you have touched me knowing your neurons would sizzle? Your synapses saturated in gasoline lit by the match of my unfiltered tongue to fry you internal, a circuit consumed by electrical fire. Your future ex-trauma. I'm the emotional meth house that blew you to hell. My smoking remains have a half-life of eternity, and you didn't get out unscathed because my fire still burns to burn down the you that left me alone and unwound. Weatherman says there's a storm headed your way, but it won't be one to extinguish my flames. You'd best prepare to take shelter from the acid of my rain.
Catchy.
All right, and this one is called A Monologue from My Vagina. To the men who think they can own my vagina, you are stubborn, you are blinded, your Y chromosome. If you think you get to be in charge of what I have between my thighs, what part of history have you tried to ignore? That you think you can own the life of another, that you can control us, that you have the right to tell me what I can and cannot do with my own body. Who told you that you get to play God when I'm the one with the fire of creation in my loins? You don't have the clout to run game like that. Do not proselytize my uterus or try to bend my free will to enjoin yours, you ignorant asshat. You plant your seeds without thought for the future of the crop, then exit stage left, abdicate responsibility, leaving me with an unbearable choice. And you seem to believe that now you have some say over the decision? How dare you question me when you are the one hopped up on delusions? I will grieve in silence away from your view. You don't get to see how the choices I have to make in this world weigh on me. I exclude you. You take patriarchy to the extreme and use religion to regulate the aftermath of my verbs you wanted to conjugate. But I got news for you, troglodyte. You try to overthrow the queendom of my womb. You may like to think you do, but baby, you don't run that room. I am not your political cause celeb, and you will not climb to fame on the rungs of my scarred back. I stand forth with my fist aloft. We are women, united, and you will not rule us like chattel. Try to control my body, subjugate my free will. You need to think long and hard about what to put in your own will, because we will no longer tolerate interference with our elemental flow. As women, we will rise. As women, we will succeed. As women, we will work together to make sure no man can control what happens when the flow of our menses ceases to bleed. Only we can craft our futures. And when it comes down to hard choices, I will execute my own destiny as I so decide, because my body doesn't belong to you, you pompous ass. My body is mine, and it cannot be misdirected, mistreated, or misused, undermined, misappropriated, co-opted, or abused. Get your gavel out my business. Mothers, daughters, witches, queens, we have had enough. So to the men who think they own my vagina, sit down, shut up, and listen to your mama. Oh.
I just want to take this quick time to say, yo, everybody at this time, please give it up for Whisper Poet. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, Whisper.
Yeah.
Put them on fire, Queen. Eat it,
Listen
baby.
to your
Yeah.
mama. Listen to your mama. Yeah.
That's it.
Fuck
Mama
yeah.
knows best. So I want to take just 1 second before I introduce Dr. G. Tomorrow is the Heart of the Artist, and we have Naked Poet, formerly known as Nopal Flower. So please tune into that. She is a firecracker, and y'all probably got heard some stuff you may not ever have heard before from her. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so let me turn on my original sound for musicians. All right, Dr. G, let's do a testing, make sure they can hear you.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
She coming through okay? All right, we got thumbs up. Yes. So this is Dr. Sandra Govan. She is a retired professor of English from the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and a dear friend of Teresa Gallion. And she has some words for us tonight. Take it away, Dr. G.
Well, my instructions were to pick a known poet and then to read one of my own. So I'm going to share one of my favorite poets, The Negro Speaks of Rivers by Langston Hughes. I've known rivers ancient as the world and older than the flow of human blood and human veins. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep. I looked upon the Nile and raised pyramids above it. I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans, and I've seen its muddy bosom turn all golden in the sunset. I've known rivers, ancient, dusky rivers. My soul has grown deep like the rivers. That there was Langston Hughes. And if you give me a moment, I will get back a series of poems. This is from a series of poems about Goldie, who is a cat, and about to be a book about Goldie. This one is called Goldie Goes to the Races. Most mornings before dawn, forgets she is a kitty, acts instead like a filly or a 2-year-old running a claims race. My hallway is the backstretch at the Derby, or that final furlough at the Preakness. Her paws pound parquet like hooves on a fast track, running that last race at the Belmont, going for the win, not to place or show, claiming her victory. Triple Crown Cat. Thank y'all very much for listening.
Yes, Dr. G. Let's go. Let's go. Love it.
Everybody give it up for Dr. G.
Thank you.
We got snaps going on the screen and applause. Okay. Next time we will have Dr. G in the room, and you will be able to see her in addition to hearing her. So, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Whisper, for making this happen. Whoa, your weird echo. Okay, cool. I'm never used to the echo thing, but seriously, big ups to Whisper Poet for being able to work that out to bring Dr. G in the house. Seriously. With that said, we are down to 4 poets. We're down to the final 4. Oh man, we got that was a nice list. On deck, we got CP Mays, but step up to the plate Please give it up for Frog Corpse. Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Bring it up. All right. I went caving last week, and it was dangerous as fucking fun. So I wrote this, half of it in and half of it when it came out. Hollow, so hollow, where shoals went washing down, swiping steps of remnant dust into nihilistic holes of empty sound. The grueling clinch of anguish while the body presses on. Another rush from Odin's mead with another mile to cross. Trickled the ancient creek bed, splashing through proto-rocks. A lowly chasm of 1,000,000 tons rests where we read our thoughts. Calcite clouds adorn this roof of mouth, swallowed in the Durin pit. Dwarfing bones on adventurous stroll in the Morian depths to descent. The diamonds scatter when light breaks, and the shelves bite with iron jaws. 6 go in, only 5 come out. Just leave me where I stop. Last one. A few of you have heard this, others not. Got my ties with some friends. Them enough. Sick of the shit in the motherfucking mouth. So, recall this one. My porosity is on parole as I send my friendships down death row. My mind is 37 years of anxiety, 23 pools of stress, 86 bricks of melancholia bellowing into a river of woe. It's an insomniac's wet dream, wanting to turn this fucking ha-ha house into a hayride. Sleep is a fickle thing, a nightmare turned into dissonance while ducking mirrors and dodging demon-headed bimbos lurking behind shoulders. There's always some stint of agitation, a huge heroic unsettling. Death is for sale, lurking around each corner, catching up with each footprint. My mind plays the late night guessing game. Which body do I discover next? Which phone call am I going to get late at night for the last time again? Numerically ping-ponging names in a hat, drawing the next permanent sleeper who won a ticket straight out of Suckville. Then there's a tone of my friends. I hear their words under my skin, a giant echo of cunt. Wheeling its song to silence while eye-rolling at the thought of their face. Exhaustion is a safe word. It's the word clung to when depleted of giving a shit. Barren is the fuck field that once grew my hads. Skin walking upright, dreaming, prostrated tongue ties, carbon stamping tile. This is where the real writing begins. Not that dear diary, my pain is forever bullshit, so I make stupid choices with jilted hope, scratching away as Jane Austen's shriveled dead ass in a roach attic, burning midnight oil in a cycle, waiting for my lover to return from the war while I jot my epicus majorum while teeth grinning to the prospect of another day, while hearing another piss-poor stanza that's looking for validation in the world by another wannabe shitty neo-beat poet never learning from their mistakes. Then psalms of light and love flood my gags into vomit when I read. And then I expel wasted breaths in a society I don't even want to be in. cajoling my thoughts on grander prospects of a day that never comes as a resolve with a run-on sentence of loathing and a revolving door, continuing an eternal kill count, stunned by the blows of shit-bagging hominids who walk by, living in the lap of luxury, still complaining about the taste of water. The phone rings off the hanger again with Oliver Twist eyes, begging for more. Begging for teaching, begging for feedback, begging for a thought of improvement from a tortured soul of genius in a town of idiot dancers, gaslighting frauds, playing in the driving lanes of stupidity, waiting for a green light as people preach about acts of compassion while slopping another bowl as I scream at them to go walk into traffic if they really want to learn a lesson, since they only want to hear themselves while looking in that mirror, bouncing off of their riffs and staring at a fucking wall with the turn signal on. These megalomaniac moments are made in Taiwan, shipped from Tokyo on a 3-day priority mail order, cracking open another United States letdown of 88 pages or more, 88 pages or less, wishing that you would just fucking die while wishing that I would use my voice to speak my tirade, receiving another instructional obiter dictum on the things that I don't give a fuck about, which is another long way of me saying, I hate your fucking guts when you talk to me like a condescending little twit. Like that old saying goes, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. So it's quite bewildering to me that half of you still act pissed when I remain a fucking mime.
That just needed a moment of silence. Everybody, please give it up for Frog Corpse at this time.
Woo! Thank you for that murder face. That was awesome.
Let's go, Frog.
Wow, way to get it. Seriously. That was.
This is the aftermath of Frog's poems, is when you've been froggered. Been fucking run over.
Amazing.
Yeah, I thought
Seriously.
that was pretty hot. That's pretty hot stuff there. I love his darkness.
Thank you, Nagoma. Wonderful didgeridoo kicking ass. I hope I can get up to where you're at and we can fucking throw down eventually, man. I'm incredibly busy right now, so I've got Anathema and Dogwood, my next book I'm working on. It's almost finished. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm getting some shit in order in line for Library of Congress and then certifying it officially through the copyright thing because I want that motherfucking certificate and have it pretty much locked. So I'd be like, oh, you're using the sentence I used? Yeah, I'll take your bitch ass to court. So I'm getting that shit done right now. I've got like a big solstice thing I got to do this weekend, and then I got a trip up to fucking Chicago at some point, and then production work on Titus Andronicus. I'm doing 4 roles. I've got all the lines down now pretty much, except for like 2 I keep fucking up on, like switching, and then I'm on the Gonzo Fest production team. So next May, I'll be performing and having right now 21 poets at Always Cabaret Burlesque Club in New Orleans, which will happen May 15th to kick off Gonzo Fest from 16th to 18th. It'll happen at the Garden District Bookstore, wherever the fuck that is in the Big Easy. But yeah, I'm doing all that shit and taking care of Rescue Dog. Thanks for having me. Much love, everybody.
Yeah, man, if you come to New York, give me a holler, man. We could hook up and do something. I'd love to do some music or something with you.
Fuck yes. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Next year, it's going to be fucking on if I don't take the Berkeley trip.
Holy shit.
And
I'm
is how
excited for the
anarchy
future.
starts. This is how anarchy starts. It starts with a conversation like that. This is how it starts.
Let's start some good trouble, folks. What I'm talking about. Let's hear it. I'm definitely here for it. At this time, everybody, one more time, give it for Frog Corpse. Holy
Hey,
shit.
bro.
Frog, you're the genius, man.
Foot on their throat.
Oh man. What a show it's been. We still got 3 more poets. With that said, on deck, we got C. Santos. Let's step up to the plate now, please. Give it up for C.P. Mays.
Yeah.
Unmute and take it away when you are ready.
Hello, everybody. I'm that dude they call Maze. Good to be here. Literally, I've been grinding so hard with school and poetry and betting on my fucking self for a fucking change. Like, to bet on yourself, the earlier you can figure that shit out in life, the better your life would be once you realize you can bet on your fucking self. It's just taking me a bunch of decades to get to that point, you know? So I was thinking about a poem to cover, and at the last moment, this poet popped into my head. Y'all know him as Saul Williams. The poem is called Bloodletting. It was written back in 2016. All right, it's called Bloodletting by Saul Williams. The greatest Americans have not been born yet. They are waiting patiently for the past to die. Please give blood. Those crumbled tablets were to share a story with the burning bush. Where is that voice from nowhere to remind us that the holy ground we walk on, purified by native blood, has rooted trees whose fallen leaves now color code a sacred list of demands? Who among us can give a translation of autumn's hues to morning news? The anchor man thrown overboard has simply rooted us in history's repeated cycle, a nation in its Saturn years that won't acknowledge karma. Where is that voice from nowhere? The ones that your prophets spoke of. There are voices from fear, disconnected from their diaphragms, dangling from the coffee-covered teeth that spill into our laps and scorch our privates. There are voices from the sides of neck, some already noosed, dangling participles, pronouns running for sentence, serving life in corner offices and ghetto corners. Their voices are the same, dead to themselves, numb to the possibilities of truth, existing beyond that which can be palmed in your hand, period. There are voices of elders which seem to do no more than damn us to our childish ways, for in many households, wisdom is no longer comes with age, so there is no voice from nowhere, that burning bush, that passing dove, for I hear generals calling for ammunition, presidents calling for arms, and women calling for help. Where is that voice from nowhere? That God of Abraham, can he be heard over the gunfire? The whiz of passing missiles, the crash of buildings, the cries of children, the crack of bones, the shriek of sirens, or is that his mighty voice? Your angry God craving the sacrifice of generation sons degenerate. Your holy books written in red ink on burning sands. Your prayers between rounds do nothing more than fasten the fate of our children to the hammered truth of your trigger, a truth that mushrooms its darkening cloud over the rest of us, so that we too bear witness to the shortly lived faith of a civilization that worships a male god. Your weapons are phallic, all of them. That dummy that sits on your lap is no longer a worthwhile spectacle. His shrunken, pale face leaves little room for imagination. We have spotted your moving lips and have pinned your voice to the proper source. It is a source of madness, a source of hunger for power, a source of weakness, a source of evil. We have exited your coliseums or encircling your box offices, demanding our family families back, our culture back, our rituals back, our gods back, so that we may return them to their proper source, the source of life, the source of creation, our mother's womb. The great goddess will cut through the barbed wire hangers, and chastity belt will climb in and incubate our spirits. Through the winter, we will wait through the degenerate course of your repeated history. We will wait for the past to die. Saul Williams, Bloodletting. Yeah, hell of a poem. Shout out to Saul. Yeah, cat's crazy. I had a chance to see him in college. The dude's just phenomenal. He's just a phenomenal writer. And ballsy enough to pull off what he's saying, because when you have the truth behind you, you can say what the fuck you want and you don't have to come here to tap dance, right? Ain't that how it goes and going? So here's a collabo, very last minute, with Hendrix. We're about to see what we can come up with on the fly. Literally, I just got at him in the middle of a poet spitting just to see what we could do. Hendrix, are you good on sound, brother?
Yeah, make it kind of long. I had a really good idea from your last one.
Whew. I love the rush. Stop trying to blow out the trick candles in my opera house. Stop with the I need to stop with my stop sign smile. Stop speeding through school zones of my childish maze. Stop road raging against self-love, saying I'm tired of you questioning my intentions. Stop tailgating your washed-up wishes with dirty dishes in karma's kitchen sink. Stop leaving all of your filthy forgives me fucked up past dirty laundry in our washing machine mouth. Stop straitjackets in boxer briefs from keeping you from bumping your pride inside her padded walls. Stop letting your fashionable straitjackets wrap their "it's okay, I expected you to run away" arms around you. Stop taking your straitjacket joints into pawn shops just to see how much an honest hug is worth. I am sitting tap water 4 seconds away from being turned into wine. No. I'ma choke back words, chase with the shot of swallow another motherfucker's pride. I'ma water into wine, angry, alcoholic, drunk angel, picking sloppy fist fights with other religious cards. I'm a really good reason, y'all, to buy your pastor's cocktails at strip clubs that specialize in all nude revelations. Yeah, Hendrix, I'ma let me borrow a book beautiful. I need to pay my low self-esteem to do something better with this life. Hardly sober lifetime, screaming at the DJs, mixing on the ones and twos in heaven to play my favorite love song. My favorite love song sounds like the filaments in a flock of fireflies all being turned on at once. My favorite love song was written by Mother Mary and produced by Mary Magdalene. My favorite love song when sung in Spanish is entitled Hijo de Puta. My tunnel lights are sponsored by forgotten faces from all the women I should have loved. Curtain calling a fight or flight from exes to ex-wife to exes kick rocks when you exit stage right. Too much mouth to mouth in the suffocating is why I picked up all of my good breaths and left my finding solutions to drinking problems Left my drinking problems with stronger drinking problems. Left my focused on I can give a fuck about what you thinking problems. Left my sanity sitting lonely, swimming slowly. From tip jar to tip jar, loving lonely. Hold me closely, left my leftover love me, love handles. Holding closed caption, coping mechanisms so tight. Please hide in my sixth sense. Don't let me fall in love with another motherfucker's Achilles heel. Tonight, disobedient even in the face of death. I don't play with a full deck. Know the Grim Reapers by their nicknames is how I showed them signs of respect. You hee-haw de puta. You hee-haw de puta. This is chaos magic. What happens when you dip a metaphor in some maker's mark? I'm a good reason to fist fight a sloppy piss-drunk god. I am Hendrix on the 6-string guitar, trying to outplay the stars. I am freestyle, I'm a free fighter, I'm a brass knuckle in the coat high bangle. I don't know what it feels like to be alive, but I've seen God cry, and it looks a lot like you. It looks a lot like you. It looks a lot like if I love you, love me, then what the fuck was our love supposed to do? What was I supposed to be? I was supposed to be distortion, guitar on the heartstring, plucking a melody that you ain't even heard yet. C stands for concrete, P stands for poet, M stands for maze, A stands for allegory, Z as in alpha to Zula, E it's not an ego, E it's for eternity, Z is back for the Zulu, A it's my anarchy, M I'm a motherfucker, P probably if you test me you will see. CP Maze. I am Pink Floyd with a mouth full of shrooms. I am Edgar Allan Poe when there's not enough room to breathe. I am Tennyson in the Tiffany and a snatch that. I am Dickinson looking for a road to return the way. I'm a whole lot of Maze, and I'm a whole lot of Hendrix, and I'm a whole lot of thank y'all. Hendrix, you're a beast, man. You're fine.
Holy shit, bro. This is my dream coach, bro. My big brother and you spitting that freestyle with it, like, oh, that was a dream come true, man.
Yeah, Maze, we gotta
I'm
do
really
something.
playing that key, but I found the key.
Yeah, do something, Maze.
It's a long
So
time.
this is gonna be the Muse I See, bro. The show we're gonna launch in December, we're gonna do this. Where we'll freestyle with the freestyle guitar, and we have someone playing piano too. My boy Tony's gonna be playing the piano, and so you can choose because some people can stick to guitar, some people prefer the piano, or both. Right, like, and so we're gonna work it out to where like it's just freestyle. We work it out the first week, the second week. Now we got what we doing. We're gonna redo the same thing now that we got everything like worked out, and then just drop songs. So the first like week would be, practice, get everybody's song, get everybody's songs. Like, okay, here's the melody, here's the tone, here's the song we're gonna do. Okay, bet. And then that second week we perform them. And then we can record it and release them and shit too. If we send the audio tracks and like we can have them as like songs and shit, put them out on some fucking channel,
Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah, the music
this time,
man.
Thank you, Hendrix, for just trusting me enough to just vibe with you. That takes a lot of trust from a musician and someone you've never heard
Hey,
before.
can you stick around afterwards? I'd like to.
Absolutely.
Something. All right, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody give it up for CP Maze and Mavi Hendrix.
Holy crap, that was amazing. That was amazing. CP, you're going to have people sign waivers of liability on that because that was a fucking verbal suplex. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, word. See. I don't know. I think I might call my second manuscript, I didn't come here to moonwalk. Can I do that? Can I just do that? I didn't come here to moonwalk.
That was fucking what's that? Crumping? Where they're like that was like verbal crumping. That was what that was.
Word.
That was amazing, man.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. If anyone ever
Man, I fucking love y'all.
Thank y'all.
Big ups. Thank you. Thank you. And then also, if you dig what you're hearing from CP, stay tuned to this very Zoom room, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Friday at Open Minds Open Mic. We're going to be getting at least a half-hour set from CP Mays. So,
Maybe
stay
more if we
tuned
get
for that.
Mayby in on it.
And with that said, we got 2 poets to go. On deck is yours truly. But step up to the plate now. Please give up for C. Santos. Take it away when you are ready.
First of all, Dre, you suck for making me go after the CP main. Because how the fuck I follow that now?
Hey, you said you were gonna go last or second to last, and I already had dibs on going last. So,
but I have a better chance at surviving in those with a raw piece of meat with a pack of wolves versus going after CP main. But alrighty. So my cover today is I Love Me by Demi Lovato. Okay. Flipping through all these magazines, telling me who I'm supposed to be. Way too good at camouflage. See what I am, I just see what I'm not. I'm guilty about everything that I eat, every single bit. Feeling myself is a felony. Jedi level sabotage. Voices in my head make up my entourage. Cause I'm a black belt when I'm beating up on myself, but I'm an expert at giving love to somebody else. I, me, myself, and I don't see eye to eye. Me, myself, and I. Why do I compare myself to everyone? And I always got my finger on the self-destruct. I wonder when I love me is enough. I wonder when I love me is enough. Why am I always looking for a ride or die? Because mine's the only heart I'm gonna have for life. After all the times I went and fucked it up, I wonder when I love me is enough. Haters that live on the internet live rent in my head, should be paying rent. I'm way too good at listening. All these comments fucking up my energy. Cause I'm a black belt when I'm beating up on myself, but I'm an expert at giving love to somebody else. I, me, myself, and I don't see eye to eye, me, myself, and I. Why do I compare myself to everyone? I always got my finger on the self-destruct. I wonder when I love me is enough. I wonder when I love me is enough. I'm my own worst critic. Talk a whole lot of shit, but I'm a 10 out of 10, even when I forget. When I love me is enough. I wonder when I love me is enough. That was I Love Me by Demi. And now I got some new shit. I wrote this yesterday. Sundays are extremely hard for me mentally. So I was going through a lot of self-doubt when it comes to my writing and performing and things like that. So I have a Dear God poem. Dear God, I don't understand why I'm like this, wearing my heart on my sleeve as if it makes a difference. All I want to be is a better me without the long, broken journeys. Always feeling defeated even before I begin. Let me see that a person like me can win. I hate that I doubt myself. The strength of my poetry is too. The sound of my voice makes my head spin. I am not an actress, but I want to perform. Make the world understand that a fat star is capable of being born. even in the world so torn. Please, God, hear my plea. Help me be the person you created me to be. I'm on my knees. What is my fucking purpose? There has to be more to my life than this poetic low self-esteem. I'm tired of living my life through dreams. Thank you.
Please, everybody at this time, give it up for C. Santos.
Let's go. See, that was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Love you.
All right. Sorry, I just got a little distracted quickly. For a brief moment, someone's entering the Zoom room. But legit, big ups to C. Santos for doing what they do. And catch them and Jackson Riley this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in this Zoom room for Come As You Are, an open mic that is designed to help you break writer's block. So yes, check in on that this Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this very Zoom room. Thank you again, C, for doing what you do. And we're gonna move on to our last poem, our last poet, I should say. With that said, give it up for your host for tonight's show, me. All right. So, I'm gonna start off with the cover. I felt compelled today to read Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night by Dylan Thomas. So here we go. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their ends know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning day, do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay, rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way, do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see the blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Poem. Again, that was Dylan Thomas. And now I felt compelled to read this poem. I haven't read this one out loud in a while. It's my AI poem, so here we go. If given to the right hands, AI can benefit humanity in some ways that doesn't have a level of cringe slapped on it. As one with experience with photo and editing skills, AI has ways of shaving off time and labor given the task at hand. On second thought, AI does not generate hands very well. If you want that blemish, red eye, blur, or that toxic person from your past removed from your photos with ease, like Allen Iverson was for the Philadelphia 76ers, AI is the answer. Along with labor tasks, AI can be both creepy and entertaining. Listening to Kurt Cobain sing Foo Fighters' Everlong made me wonder for a moment how hackers will use this technology to frame someone of a crime they didn't commit. But at the same time, it's fascinating to hear a spot-on vocal cover from a dead man. Probably my favorites up to now are seeing renders of Arnold Schwarzenegger as a singing Mr. Rogers, or Danny DeVito slaying on vocals and enticing a riot at a death metal concert, or Nicolas Cage doing God knows what with Bigfoot, because that's funny shit. And funny shit makes laughter and smiles, and the world can use some more laughter and smiles considering the state of the global political climate, and on top of life's cruelties that need no AI to articulate it. AI is the present and future of memes and other forms of photo manipulation. Warning. A lot of what ifs can be played out, like reunions of lost ones through photographs. I never took a photo of my best friend before his life was cut short. And I've wondered how he would have aged. I have a brother and sister who died before I was born. Would I be able to finally render an image of how they may have aged? Loss is something everyone experiences in life, and this is a way of potentially winning back a moment of time. Now let's imagine for a minute or so, in a not so distant future, a social media page dedicated to AI accounts of historical figures. I could only imagine on the day Queen Elizabeth II died, what Princess Diana would have posted. Perhaps a selfie wearing an elegant and regal ballet uniform, holding open the door of a back seat of a black Mercedes-Benz W140, royal blue blood splattered all over the interior, with a beaming and eager look on her face as the caption reads, "At Queen Lizzie, I will be your personal driver to hell. It's your turn, bitch." Or maybe Princess Diana would keep it vague but sinister, with the status being an ellipsis, with her mood set as feeling validated. From Hitler trolling Trump to stop copying his homework poorly, to Martin Luther King commenting on racism today, the possibilities would be endless. However, I beg of the human race the following. Please, let's not have evil robots take over the world. The Terminator movie franchise was supposed to warn us not to strictly glorify one badass android with heavy-hitting one-liners and motivate humanity to literally create Skynet. And please don't get me started with the Fallout video games. As much as we can make AI art imitate life, let's just hope that it never becomes life imitating AI art. Home. Thank y'all.
Everybody unmute yourselves and give it up for the host tonight, Dre Reyes.
Thank you for the last piece. We need that.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Again, this space is very special. We should never take anything quite like this for granted, and I just want to take this time to thank everybody for whether they were tuning in or participating. Thank you from the deepest part of my heart. This would not be possible without you. Everybody here brings ingredients to this lovely gumbo here. It takes a lot to make a stew, and we make one hearty one wholesome one here. And again, it's just awesome to be able to spend another Monday night with y'all here. Before I let you all go, I just want to remind everybody we got shows across the week. Tomorrow, we have Heart of the Artist with Catalyst and a Whisper Poet. Who was the special guest again?
Actually, I believe that Heart of the Artist actually moved to Wednesday this week because Tuesday wasn't working. And it's the Naked Poet.
All right, so catch
Remember,
Naked
somebody's
Poet.
moving it to Wednesday. Yeah.
All right,
And then
so Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Actually, I have correction on that, Thomas. It actually
did
will
you?
be. It actually will be two. No, wait a minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
will
it
be
actually
two.
will be two. When I was texting with Catalyst, I was like, "Can we do it at 7?" And she was like, "No, because we have Chaos Magic." And I'm like, "Oh wait, I mean Tuesday."
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, so it'll just be later in the day on Tuesday.
Right. It's gonna be 7 because she's in California. So
Okay.
5 p.m. our
Oh,
time
yeah,
is 2 p.m.
yeah.
her time. So it was a little
Yeah.
tricky. Yeah. 7 p.m. Rock and roll tomorrow.
7 p.m. Eastern. So 4
7
p.m. my
p.m.
time.
7 p.m. Eastern time. Yep, which will be 4 p.m. Pacific.
So make sure
All
y'all
right,
check that
7
out.
p.m. So yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Harley Artist with Naked Poet. Check it out with Whisper Poet and Catalyst as the co-hosts as they interview and engage in some heartful conversation. Also on Thursday, we got Come As You Are with C. Santos and Jackson Riley. Again, if you want to try to break down some of that writer's block, we got some prompts for you and a good time just to have you segue into the New Rican Poets Cafe's online open mic following right after. On Friday, again, open minds, open mic. We have a feature lined up in the form of CP Maze. You do not want to miss that. And the following day on the Slam Jam, we have yet another edition with K.R. Morrison as the special guest coach. Again, stay tuned to all this on Instagram, on Open Minds, Open Mic, and the One Slam Jam. And with that said, this concludes yet another awesome evening. Also, before we go, there was that events that we were
Yeah,
talking
if you
about
could
earlier.
repost the Magic Moments event, you have the link. If you could post that in the chat for everybody, for anybody watching the video, September 22nd, this Sunday coming up, we'll be doing Magic Moments, which is a tarot inspired like workshop. Hosted by me, and then we're gonna have breakout rooms with tarot readings by Emily Cordes, the Whisper Poet, and Catalyst, and then we're gonna bring it all back together into one group prompt that's like evolving as the tarot gets going, and it's all in benefit for the Megas, Gustav Salas, our brother. So yeah, come through, make art. Like we want to promote, creativity and collaboration, and so come through September 22nd. The tickets, this first thing we were going to charge, but now they're all free. So follow that link down there to the event, right? And yeah, come join us on the 22nd.
Yeah, they'll be this Sunday, the 22nd, at what was it, 7 p.m. You said?
10 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, 10
7
p.m. Eastern,
p.m.
excuse me. All right, 10 p.m. Eastern for that. And check out
We're
the
gonna
in the
roll
meeting
into the
chat, the link for that.
or the
And with that
equinox.
said, that concludes yet another amazing edition of Chaos Magic. Again, this would not be possible without all of y'all here. Thank you again. Until next time, please keep writing and please keep loving. Peace and love to y'all. Have a good night.